warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome. We are from the exhibition group Climate Change. My name is Jaffi.
My name is Fia. My name is Katya.
My name is Fauzan.
Our mentor is Mr. Sadiq, Miss Ayu, and Miss Endang. Our class disciplinary theme is how the world works. Our central idea is the causes of climate change can lead into unwanted events. We care about our future and our next generation, so we want our next generation to feel safe in our planet.
Very good.
The lines of inquiry is citizens' responsibility towards the environment and examine the interaction between humans and the environment. So we did a survey. We asked people, do they know what's climate change and do they know what's the impact to climate change? So 96% of them know what is the climate change, but we also did a social experiment. We searched how many plastics we can find in jabr, and we find about 151 plastics combined in lunchtime and snack time. So it means that they know what is climate change, but they don't care about the impact to it.
The third of the concept,
Yes.
responsibility, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our concept is function, causation, and responsibility. Function is how what is the function of the earth is for all humans, all living things to live. The causation is what caused climate change is humans, and responsibility is how can humans realize that they are responsible towards the effect from climate change. Our related concept is progress. Sustainability means how humans can do their work to decrease the effects from climate change, and sustainability how they can sustain the result of climate change.
Very good.
Our prior knowledge from grade 1 we learned about the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. Recycle, we learned about recycling recyclable trash.
Yes.
And reuse, we learned about, for example, giving others clothes. Reduce, we reduce the waste of electricity. Grade 2, we learn about the habitats of living things, the environment for animals. And in grade 3, we learn about natural disaster. The Al-Quran quote is from An-Nur ayat 43 and Arum ayat 41. In the An-Nur one, it talks about how Allah made all of these beautiful things for humans, for living things to live. And in the Arum one, it explains how humans can destroy all of that lovely things that Allah made. Our profiles is open-minded. We share our ideas, we combine them, and we improve them. Inquire, we search for our results and data. And communicator, we share our results and data and information to others.
Good.
And we also should other profiles like thinker. We should thinker by thinking how to make the pie chart and thinking how does Excel works. And then principle, we don't copy our friends' journal to do because most of it is individual work. And knowledgeable, after we went to Dirjen and or Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup and Greenpeace, we became more knowledgeable because we know more about climate change.
Good.
And then we also showed our ATL skills, which is self-management skills. We showed self-management skills because we can keep our attitude to ourselves and behave when going to Dirjen Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup and going to Greenpeace. And then we showed research skill because we can sustain everything to be in our process, like such as books, internet, experiment. All of them we put it into our exhibition.
Yes.
And then communication skills. We showed communication skills because we interact with our lower graders when doing our exhibition action.
Which grade are you?
Grade 4 and grade
4, grade 2,
2.
grade 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We communicate them a lot because we want to know their opinions and we also want to educate them.
So
successfully?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then collaborates to plan learning and teaching. We went to Greenpeace. That's our first destination
Yes.
of our visit, and we learned that the world has agreed on this thing called Paris Agreement. Is where the world agrees to not increase the Earth temperature by 2 degrees because it could cause the Earth to be warmer. And then we went to Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup. There we learned that the cause of climate change is not only carbon dioxide but other too, like I don't remember. Then we do regular meetings with our mentors at least 3 times a week. Why do we do that? Because that's our first priority of resource. We learn from the mentors more rather from Greenpeace and Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup. And then Miss Beta is also our resource because we got the information about
pH matter and TDS.
pH matter.
Where is Miss Beta from?
Miss Beta is from Jabr.
Oh, okay.
And
Is it Miss Beta from Ajaba?
Our teacher in grade 2.
Oh, okay.
and then she tell us how to use the pH and the TDS because she knows a
What's
lot.
the pH?
pH is potential hydrogen. We use it to count the chemicals that if we can drink it or not.
Oh, so Miss Beta is expert.
Yes.
The learning goals and success criteria. The learning goals are explain the interaction between human and the environment, and the success criteria are able to know about climate change, know about climate change by the cause, effect, and the solution, and able to identify the interaction between human and the environment. Analyze. From what Jeffy said, from our survey, about 96% of the people know about climate change, but only 94% knows the impact. That's not really much of a difference, but it's still different. It means there's a lot of people that know what happens, but most of them still don't really care or not able to, not ready to do the solutions.
Maybe next time you can make the chart according to your related concept, key concept. How many people know?
That was the chart from our interview.
Yes, the chart, they know. This is they know, right?
Yeah.
They know about the climate change.
Yes.
But next time, ask them if they're responsible.
Okay.
Okay, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes they know, but they don't care. So they know, and then after that, what is you have 3 key concepts, right?
Yes.
Function,
causation,
okay, the
responsibility.
function, and then because we want to know, a lot of people maybe have the function, but they don't have a responsible,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The other one, it was able to recognize the elements of government that is responsible for climate change, and
Yes.
the success criteria is able to explain about the government's role in climate change. So when we did the Gen, we found out about the government's perspective of climate change and what they've done about it. Like what Fiona said about the Paris Agreement that was made in 2015, the leaders, they agreed to not increase the emission in the atmosphere and decrease it. Discussing with mentors, focusing on a topic, interviewing the experts, doing an experiment, and interviewing the society helped us understand about our topic more, understand the cause and the effect, and ask them what is maybe like the most suitable solution for it. And the action by educating people. If we educate people about what they can do, because speaking up or telling other people about it is one of the solutions that can reduce it. Because if more people are maybe not using AC that much or recycling more,
Yes.
Yeah.
Inquire because, for example, our mentor asked us about how much carbon dioxide is supposed to be in the atmosphere, which is 0.03577. But now it's increased because of cars and of cars and factories and that stuff. And for open-minded, if for example one of us we have different ideas, and we can combine them. Either we combine them, use them both, or find one that's better and the other one that's worse. We don't really use it.
So you use open-minded for your collaboration.
Yes.
Yeah.
For communicator, three of my friends they said their ideas more, but for me, I didn't really say much of my ideas because I'm shy. And then
You don't look shy though.
but I am.
Okay.
When we went to Jijen, from what I said, it's the same thing. We learned about the government's perspective more, and then from Greenpeace, we learned about what people that aren't the government and what are they doing, and it's like citizens can also do something. We in mentor meetings we weren't really that serious. We usually goof off too much, and most of the time we don't really get that much information. And the schedule for presentations, one time they changed, and it made us nervous. And for me, I think the best way for me to learn is like doing activities, and I think it was fun doing the experiments because doing activities is easier for me to learn with it.
So we did 2 actions, social justice and lifestyle choice. Our social justice is giving education to another students in SDN 13 about the impact of climate change to rainwater. So we told them about what was climate change, the impact and the cause. But we are focused on the impact of climate change and our experiment. We also told them about our experiment of rainwater. We understand.
How about the lifestyle choice?
Our lifestyle choice is educating our jabr community about how to reduce the bad impacts of climate change.
You can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did. We actually, I think we explained the same thing to SDN 13 and to the Algebra
And how was
community.
the response?
I think they understand
Okay.
because we did it on the same day.
Oh, okay. You're happy with both action?
Yeah.
In social justice, so we understand that CO2. So we understand that the accumulation of CO2,
Yes.
which means the water is not healthy to be consumed, or we cannot stay in the rain for too long because acids from pollution are stacking. Our lifestyle choice. So we suggest about our to SDN 13 to reduce plastic waste and bringing their own bottle to drink by not using bottle of plastic
Yes.
like aqua.
Good.
So we told them simple ways how to make climate change not happening, like not using AC when not needed because AC also releases CFC that contributes to global warming. Turn off the lights if we don't need it because it also spreads pollution
Good.
or CO2.
Yes. Many people not realize about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, our self-assesses and the positive side is getting new skills in using chemistry materials to conduct an experiment like
What is this?
See? Okay.
so use the potential hydrogen to count the pH of the water. We can see if we can consume the dirt water.
Yeah.
How do you use it?
We just take it. So
Yeah.
we open this. Let me do it.
Hey, respect,
Okay,
my
you want to
dear.
do it?
Let him do it. Yeah. Where did you get it from? Belinya di mana?
Rainwater gini aja.
No, this one.
Oh, this one.
Oh.
We didn't bought it our
Yeah.
Huh?
I think it was online.
Aku punya di rumah barusan beli.
Aku juga mau beli.
Enggak, aku udah
Let's-
ada di rumah itu.
Oh,
Let's
yeah?
see
Tapi
if
ada.
the rainwater can be drank or not.
Okay.
Udah.
Sekarang tenang.
And then
Let's turn it on.
I think it's on.
Is this different? Oh, satu air mineral.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Look, it's wet.
Yes.
Oh, ini you haven't turned it on.
Baterainya habis ya?
Oh, habis. You should put your battery. Don't.
Okay. If it's actually, if the battery is actually not, if the
Okay.
battery's actually dead, from what I remember, the what is it? The air tanah and the rainwater is not
So this-
equal.
okay.
The
Yes.
pH level was like 4.
So this is a different kind of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can
And
use
then
this
Air tanah is
Okay.
hot
To
water.
count the temperature.
okay. Okay, it's it. Okay, show me.
It's the same.
Okay, show me. Does it have a battery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, turn it on.
Is it okay if I make it dirty? Is it the dirt?
No. I just want to know because I've never seen this one.
Terus tadi udah.
Apanya stabil?
I don't remember. Maybe it's really cool.
008.
008. Yeah.
Is it
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let's use
Oh, it's supposed to be okay. 800 from this side, and then itu sehat atau enggak?
So it's 800. It means not. So if it's below 300, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
tadi air hujan ya?
yeah.
Shall we try other air?
Let's
Kalau
try the
misalnya-
dirt water.
Ada.
Nah, air hujan sama air water hampir sama.
Iya.
Air mineral deh.
Oh, ya udah.
Ya emang mirip pas kita tes pH-nya dari
Iya kan?
mirip banget sama
Coba, jangan-jangan air mineral juga sama 800.
Enggak.
Ini oh, maybe. Coba.
Oh, I'm scared. It's gonna make me mess everywhere.
Lihat sini aku aja.
Sama tos.
Udah stabil.
99.
Dan ini.
Berapa sehat?
Balik. 99 ya. Sehat.
Sehat berapa sampai berapa?
Kalau
From 0 to 300 is very good.
Yes.
300 to 600 it's fair. 600 to 900 not that good. It's still stable from 600 to 900. 900 to 1200 is not good. 1200 more it's
What
better.
happened with this?
This is our other experiment. This
Yeah.
experiment is
Yeah.
about about the purpose of the greenhouse
Yeah.
effect. We actually
kalau
need
misalnya pH meteran
we actually need the
ini
greenhouse
lebih
effect
atas lebih
because
bagus.
without the greenhouse
Iya,
effect,
ini
then
lebih
the
bawah
earth
lebih
would be
bagus.
too cold. But we can have the greenhouse effect too. So
Kalau
what we did
bagusnya
was
itu
we
di
used
sini
dirt
itu
in a
900
container from
sampai
the room,
1000.
and then we put this
It's
out.
really-
This
1200 ya.
Ini 0 sampai
So this
7
one is
enggak
This
sampai
is,
6
for
tuh
example,
udah
this is the
bagus.
greenhouse.
7
Yes,
ya,
this is
full
the
individual,
greenhouse, yeah.
individual.
This is
Kalau
the earth.
7 ke atas
So
itu
this is
udah
our-
bagus.
7 sampai 14 bahasa.
This is a greenhouse. That's why you have a plants coming, right? Yes. See? But this is a
Yeah, this
This
is
is
the
the
function
experiment.
of the
yes.
greenhouse.
So this is a greenhouse, and this is more
Without-
dry, and this one without the greenhouse.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well done.
And
Alright.
without the greenhouse, the dirt is so dry.
Yes. Yeah. That is. Okay. Good. Yes. Continue. Okay. So getting new skill in using chemistry materials to conduct an experiment. This is the experiment. Okay. Done. And then.
Knowing new science vocabularies and materials,
Uh-huh.
like one of the vocabularies are CO2 and
CO2.
CFC.
CSC. What CSC?
Chlorofluorocarbons.
Okay. All right.
The first one is confirming our information with the experts, like in Greenpeace and Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup. The last one is learning to interact with wider community, like in around us.
Yes. So what the name of that tool? The one that to measure the cleanliness of the water. What both. Yeah.
The yellow one is called pH matter.
Or the potential hydrogen.
And the other one?
Is TDS.
Yes.
Oh, it's a different function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the same tool, but this one is more stable, right?
Yes.
Rather than
TDS untuk mengukur apa?
sama kayak gini, tapi dia tuh ada beda, ada dua fungsi, ada temperatur sama kayak, dan juga yang satu lagi sama kayak yang
Sama kebersihannya.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one is only kebersihan, not temperature. Alright, okay. And then the negative side.
Okay.
The negative side is sometimes we don't really bring the materials on time. We don't really update the journal if we are missing something, and it takes time to get guest speakers, so it's a little bit late to conduct our experiment.
Okay.
Our idea is set a reminder to remember things, like to remember our materials to bring to school, and improve our collaboration skills.
You know that.
Yeah.
Very good.
And so,
Alright. Okay. So, can you tell me what is the most that you like by doing this project from you?
Hmm?
What is the most that you
I
like?
like the most.
Mhm.
About what? Doing the entire project.
Yeah, all the project.
Oh well, for me, I think from long ago I've always really liked things about nature and stuff, and I've always wondered why Indonesia is like an oven to me. Okay, to me it's like an oven, and because of this, I
Oven.
realized for me because
Yeah, often panas.
I can't stand the heat that much.
Okay.
Because long ago I used to use the car a lot, and then I love using. I still like using the car, and I'm still too lazy to walk around everywhere. But because of this, I learned that if the place is really close, I don't really have to use a car because the car makes carbon dioxide. So doing this project also helps me become a better person with my environment.
Very good. You learned something. How about you?
Me? Well, my favorite thing about this group is I love to do the experiments using the potential hydrogen.
Yes.
It's really exciting to using these two materials, and our field trips could have more we can find more information through field trips
Yes.
and knowing new things with the experts.
You enjoy that?
Yeah.
Very good. How about you?
me?
Mm.
Well, sharing the ideas and making the experiment is quite fun because we can get our results, and yeah, I think just sharing ideas in general is just exciting.
Yes. Last but not least, I ask you the challenge. What is the most difficult for you to this project?
For me, it's just because there's not a lot of people, and it's very challenging because it's a new issue for me. Before I was like, what's climate change? And then after I learned this, and then it's not really that challenging.
Yes, yes. Yeah, okay. My input to you, my feedback, you have a very good chart saying yes and no about, because you have a function, causation and responsibility,
Yes.
right? And I think a lot of people not responsible for what they've done,
Yes.
right? So next time maybe you can continue before we could have an exhibition to the public, how they're responsible to the climate change in their daily life. Okay, so next time maybe you choose not to using car all the time. You can walk, or can you stairs instead of apa namanya, a lift, or not air condition all the time, right? So
Yeah.
we want everybody to do the same, so we can make a better world. So responsible have to be spread, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now it's time to make assessment. But you did a very good job because now you become more mature, more knowledgeable, more skillful. So please make your self-assessment. Don't be shy. Be critical, and also good reflection for your own project?
Yeah.
Yes.
Biar dulu.
Apa dulu?
Enggak.
Ladies first.
No, no, no.
No,
I'm this way.
decision together or individual is fine.
Ya udah.
I can't see.
Nggak tahu. Oke. Atau all terus dari bawah aja deh.
Oke.
Reflect upon nation,
Dari mana aja?
Kamu dari atas.
Gak usah dari atas. Dari mana aja, Pak?
self-assess. Ya, habis.
Checklist.
Au.
Just check.
Just checklist.
Habis.
Just done.
Oh, just checklist,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
just
yes.
checklist.
Between this
Inquiry.
one.
Ini buat grup kita atau individual?
Iya, ada grup.
Oh, grup. Ayo kan. Apa nih? Ayo,
I think
guys.
this relationship.
Did you do the inquiry? Did you showing the
Demonstrate.
profile?
Extract.
What does
Itu
zero last
last
mean?
ACL.
What does zero last
Yeah,
mean?
no word like here.
Collaborate to.
Collaborate to plan, learning, and teaching.
Oh, no, no, no.
No, no, no.
Ini.
Over
Nah,
there.
udah
This
deh,
over there.
We did very good.
No.
Just,
This.
Yay.
Nah,
just be honest.
Ini enthusiast.
Just
set
line.
the
Just line on the back.
success criteria.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Semuanya juga sukses.
Lazim.
Reflect upon and modify success.
Yes,
I don't know
yeah.
what does that mean. Ya,
Consider action
jangan
of learning.
nyasar.
Yes.
Yes, here.
I'm just following.
Lazim.
Okay, self-assess.
Wah, nih.
Apaan
Okay.
lagi?
So mentor, are you agree with what they are doing?
Agree dong, guys.
Let the mentor do now.
Biar
Okay.
nilai kita.
Mr. Siddiq kan orang yang paling jujur ya. Mr. Siddiq, please give assessment to them. Ayo Mr. Siddiq sama siapa?
Sayu.
Together.
Leadernya siapa sih? Bisa saja ketemu misalnya.
Sama. Coba Kak. Kita kan tergantung dari kalian karena kan we're not following from the beginning.
Tiba-tiba multistructuralism.
You never know. Tiba-tiba bergabung.
Nanti beneran loh.
I don't know.
Bikin bagus.
Ini boleh dicoret apa?
Enggak, tambahin aja, warnanya kan beda. Warnanya beda. Kamu mundur aja. Mundur. Jadi kita bisa tahu yang gurunya yang mana, terus yang muridnya yang mana.
Kalau setuju, nggak usah.
Enggak, jangan dicoret. Yang punya dia biar aja. Tambahin aja mundur.
Beneran sih. Kalau ini udah tambah bunda.
Tambah benar.
Iya.
Iya.
Nah, pegel. Keren.
I feel fear.
Terus kan jujur.
Jangan merayu loh. Biar give a space, respect the mentor to make their own.
Jujur aja gak apa-apa.
Jujur aja.
Oh. Masih ini di tengah. Oh, balik. Oh ya, it's fine. Enggak
Gimana?
penting nilai kita bagus. Kira-kira sama aja.
Okay, good. Only one different. Oh, only two different, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. One. Okay, very good. Good. Parents, do you want to make your own? Atau you agree with the teachers and students?
Agree dong.
Agree dong. Okay. Okay, we agree with you. Okay, let's make a chair, ya. Yeah. Agree dong.
Thank you.
Makasih.
I deserve this.
Yeah. Now take picture. Yeah.
Take picture.
Sunset.
Sama-sama.
Is it weird?